Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
They go play action with Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Oh, he shifts past him. And some room to maneuver. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down.
Well, partner, that's one of the problems when you sell out to stop the run on 3rd and short. Sometimes you break that initial wall and you go a long way.
So how do you prevent it?
That's tough to do. That really is tough to do. One of the things offenses like to do nowadays in practice, you know, they do a lot of working against equal numbers. They'll start putting more and more numbers on defense and just telling the offensive guys, figure it out. Learn how to block it. We may see this situation.
Play fake, Brissett. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard at the 7-yard line. Just a yard, but that's all they needed. And by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal.
So important that you keep an opening drive going because you want to set the tempo right away. And you and I both know you can't set a tempo if you're putting the football away.
Yeah, maybe early. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Steps away to his left. Finding room at the 30. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. It's a big play there for Oakland. 49 yards.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That'll go as a loss of 5. And the D looking like they may blitz. They go play action here on first down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Now, that result is no surprise. This team is bringing back memories of what? The 85 Bears, the 2000 Ravens. Those teams were so great against the run, they made you abandon any plans of doing that when you played against them.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete. So possession 1 ended in 6. Possession 2 likely going to end in a punt.
Yeah, that's okay. They've just got to get back to what they worked on in the opening drive and continue to make a few adjustments along the way. It won't be exact because the defense will make a few adjustments themselves. Just get back to your game plan.
Pulled in at the 24. Whoa, shifty. Whoa. It looked like he might beat that last man. He doesn't, though, but it goes as a 32-yard return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over.
Now let's go. 3, Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And now running right through it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Patriot! Now let's go! Green, 39! Watching that, Marty! Leopard!
Now they'll run it on on the toss. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? Three-step drop, ball's out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
On third down, Brissett. Complete, he finds Braid. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player.
And the Raiders have got him. Sharif Floyd continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Now back to throw. Flush to his right. And complete. Right side to Cook. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say, the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, it gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
And that'll be incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. Looking to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And now out come the Bills. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. The Bills on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. We're just 2 minutes away from sending you to Orlando for Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report, so don't forget about that coming up shortly.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a halftime without him, and we thank him for doing the highlights. Let's go get a snack.
And Brate, the tight end's got it. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. No, check, Patriot.
He'll look to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Back 99, Philly, here we go. Check 4. Set, Detroit.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught at the 20. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. A big play that time for the Raiders. 63 yards.
Leopard, set, green. All right, now, lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Over. All right, here we go. 3-19.
Now receiver in motion left.
Back 99, Philly, here we go.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
It's good, and it is now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And heading back out there, Giovanni Bernard getting ready to go again. And a lot of times you talk about establishing the ground game. Probably something they need to do more of here, losing in the second quarter.
When you're riding your best horse, you've got to lather him up. The best running backs I've ever talked to, they've all said the exact same thing to me. I'll even break a good sweat until I get to 20 carries.
You're full of good wisdom. Let's see if they can get him into the game more now.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? If they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jerry Hughes in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Leopard! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39. Over.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. They've got his man complete. It's a big play there for Oakland. 49 yards. To throw now on first down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Gun! Watch it now, Barney!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go! 3-19! Detroit!
Back to throw here. And he finds Cook. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Here we go now. 3-19. No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And his kick is good. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be a second down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
False start, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Brissett. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is fielded at the 7. Shifts by him. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. First down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. They'll drop the throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's caught at the 10. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And to give this time to the tailback. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. And from the 3 now, it's 2nd and goal. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Shift together here from the D-line. Brissett on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed.
2nd down and 4.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Brissett again. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Let's go. Alert, alert. 3 down.
A 1st down throw for Brissett. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And Brate has it over the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Here's Brissett. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. 23 yards on the play.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Bills on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go. 1, 9,
Throwing. Brissett. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Well, they try to swing it on left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And Parkey's kick is good. And the Bills are forced to settle for 3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And the hands team for the Raiders able to secure it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
You having fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. Anyone happy about the 3-point?
The kicker
Exactly.
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Bills have recovered. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well. So now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A second down throw for Brissett. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. 12 yards that time and a Bills first down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
The offense on third down tonight, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll throw again. Brissett. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up fourth down.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive. And it was third and short. Okay? They decided to throw the football. Incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Shaq Lawson able to drop him for a loss of 4.
No, Jack, Patriot! All right, here we go. 3-19. All right, now, look at 56.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. A big gain of 38 there on third down. They'll set up a throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Man, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Here we go now. Leopard.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
All right, here we go. Leopard. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers. And on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Here we go now.
They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with an Oakland touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So for the Raiders, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Bills, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on